Good evening. This is not a sermon for one church, one mosque, one temple, or one tradition. This is a call to the human conscience. We are often told something simple, something comforting. Leave it with God. Trust that justice will come. Trust that wrong will be punished. Trust that good will be rewarded. But tonight, we must ask a difficult question. What happens when justice does not come? Consider a recent incident. A woman hires undocumented workers to repair her roof. They work, they complete the job. Just before payment, she calls immigration authorities. The workers are detained. She avoids paying. The outcome is clear. The vulnerable suffer more. The exploiter benefits. From an earthly perspective, there is no visible justice. This is not an isolated event. It is a pattern. History forces us to confront uncomfortable truths. For over 400 years, millions of Africans were enslaved. Their labor built wealth, not for themselves, but for others. That wealth did not disappear, it compounded, it transferred, it became generational. Meanwhile, the descendants of the enslaved continue to struggle against systems shaped by that very history. Consider the atrocities in the Congo. Millions perished, resources were extracted, wealth flowed outward. Today, the consequences remain uneven. One side prospered, the other continues to recover. An African proverb says, "Until the lion learns to ride, every story will glorify the hunter." History often tells the story of power, not justice. But the story did not end with slavery, it evolved. Colonialism did not disappear. In many cases, it changed form. This is what many now call neocolonialism: control without occupation, influence without formal rule, dependency without visible chains. Perhaps one of the most striking examples is Haiti. After winning its freedom through revolution, Haiti was forced to pay France for the loss of enslaved people. For generations, Haiti paid not for wrongdoing, but for freedom. Imagine that. The debt of a free man is better than the wealth of a slave. Across traditions, we are taught that justice belongs to the divine. The Hebrew prophets speak of a God of justice. Jesus speaks of righteousness. The Quran affirms that no injustice escapes divine awareness. African spirituality reminds us that ancestors bear witness. These teachings matter. But the question remains, if justice is certain, why is it not always visible? For those suffering now, the answer can feel distant. It can feel incomplete. There is a risk in how we interpret faith. If "leave it with God" becomes an excuse for inaction, then injustice gains protection. An African proverb says, "He who sees an injustice and remains silent is as guilty as the one who commits it." Faith was never meant to replace responsibility. We must face another truth. The world reflects power more than morality. Wealth accumulates, influence expands, systems reinforce themselves. Generational wealth is not only money, it is access, opportunity, protection. Colonial extraction created systems, neo-colonial arrangements sustain them. This does not mean faith is false. It means faith must be rightly understood. Faith is not passive acceptance. Faith is moral activation. The prophets did not wait quietly. They spoke, they challenged, they disrupted injustice. Faith says, do what is right even when it is costly. So the question is not only, will God judge injustice? The question is, will we? Will we challenge systems that exploit? Will we question wealth built without fairness? Will we speak when silence is more comfortable? Will we act when delay is more convenient? Because history shows something clearly. Change does not come from waiting. It comes from people who refuse to accept injustice as normal. There is an African proverb that says, however long the night, the dawn will break. But dawn is not only a moment, it is also a movement. It comes when people act. It comes when systems are challenged. Justice is not guaranteed in visibility, but responsibility is. Let us not inherit injustice and pass it forward. Let us confront it. Let us correct it. Let us refuse to normalize it. This has been the Moral Horizon. Let conscience lead.